Hello guys, welcome to another edition of Saturday Night Sit Down with your host Tammy Pinnock. On today's episode, I want to talk on a topic: beware of spies. Yeah, beware of spies. Now let's start with a question. Who is a spy? It's simple. A spy is someone that comes, they come very close to you. They get they study your every move. They know everything about you, and that includes they know what you like, what you don't like. They know what triggers you and what they know every little details about you, and they use that information that they know about you to either blackmail you or destroy you in their own time. So they come and study you. They know everything, every details about you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. They know it all about you, and they sit on that information. They don't just, they are experts. When they come, they come to study, and that information that they've gathered, they don't just dish it out to people. They keep it, they sit on it and wait for the right time to use those information to either blackmail you in doing something that they want you to do, or they use that information to destroy you completely. Now, spies has been in existence for as long as the earth has been in existence. The government uses spy. They send out spy to other countries to know more about those countries and get information, vital information about those countries, and they use those information to blackmail the country to work against them, to make those countries do what they want them to do. Now, even the devil uses spy to destroy lives. So when the devil comes into your life and start destroying, that God is the only omnipresence. Devil cannot be everywhere at the same time. So he uses people, he uses agents as spy to go out there and get this information, and then he capitalizes on those information and uses those information to destroy someone. Now, spies are usually recruited from within, which brings us to the old saying that says, if the enemy within cannot kill you, then the enemy outside can't kill you as well. So the enemy within has to give that information that they know about you to the enemy outside. The enemy within has to open the door for the enemies outside to gain access into your life and into your homes. So the people you should be scared of are not the people that are out there. The people you should be scared of are those that are closest to you. Now, a spy can be your close friend. A spy can be your best friend. A spy can even be your family members. It's difficult to show, but that's just the truth. A spy is somebody that is close to you, that person that is sitting right next to you. That's your best friend, my very good friend. Now let's take a passage from the Bible, and it's taken from Micah 7 verse 5. And Micah 7 verse 5 says, do not rely on a friend. Don't trust in a close companion. Seal your mouth from her that lies in thy bosom. Do not trust your friend. Don't trust in a close companion. Seal your mouth. Now, which brings us to the next question. How does spy collect informations? How do they get their informations about you? How do they get their information about your family? How do they know about your company? How do they know about that business that you've just done and they've just paid you so much money? How did they know? It's simple. They collect their information from careless talk. Careless talks. They ask questions to know your thoughts and your plans. From careless talks. Let's concentrate on women for a minute. Most women, they expose their family outside without them even realizing it. Most women, when they're with their friends, they say a lot of things about their home. They say a lot of things about their children. They say a lot of things about their husbands. And tomorrow when a friend takes your husband from you, you start crying, and oh my God, my best friend, I trusted her, I can't believe she can do this to me. Yeah, but you opened the door for her to come in. You know, I really don't understand how some women, they're so much into friendship. My best friend, my best friend. Oh, we've been best friends since we were in kindergarten. I trust her with my life. And they just tell them everything about their lives, about their husband, about everything. Even details that are supposed to be sacred to their bedroom. They disclose this information to their friends. They do. Some women, they go as far as telling their friends, ooh, sometimes they just, like I said, a spy will ask you a simple question. And some stupid women, they ask you a question and they just spill. They just open their mouth and talk carelessly. A friend might just ask you, oh, how is your husband? You might even be talking about something completely different. And from nowhere, the question will just come in, boom. Oh, how is your husband? I hope he's treating you well. And the foolish wives, the foolish women, they think, oh, they mean well. And they start spilling, oh, my husband is so nice. My husband is the best. In fact, I thank God the day I met my husband. In fact, and the friend will be like, oh, I can see. That's why you are shining. I'm sure maybe he has tickled you last night. And then, in fact, that alone has blown their heads off. They continue, hi, my husband, my husband in bed, hey, yesterday, my husband did this, my husband is a it's a bombastic. They say also the rubbish. My husband is a machine. Don't go there. When it comes to that side, my husband is a machine. If my husband finishes with you, yesterday when he finished with me, I could not even stand up. My husband is that good. And then guess what? My husband will buy me gifts. After everything, my husband will pamper me. My husband will even make dinner for me. They talk and talk and talk, and they forget themselves. Meanwhile, maybe that friend she might be married as well in a marriage that nothing is happening. Maybe her own husband is a 2-seconds man. And her husband doesn't buy her gift. Her husband doesn't love her. Her husband doesn't take her out. Now you've just given her something to start fantasizing about. And it's your husband. She will start fantasizing about your husband because now you've told her that your husband is a machine. So she goes home and she's thinking, and when her own husband is on top of her and doing just 2 seconds, she's thinking of your husband. Hey, I wish I can have that man. And there are some women, you know, right under their nose, their husbands are sleeping with their best friend right under their nose, and they're so stupid they can't even see it. And why? Because you opened your mouth from silly talks, things that are not even important, things that you're not even supposed to speak to anyone else, things that are supposed to be retained in your bedroom. You go out there and you open your big mouth because you think, oh, my best friend. Must your best friend know what you and your husband do in your bedroom? Really? Those are vital information that you are supposed to keep to yourself. Okay, let's assume your husband is so good that, you know, you can't keep it to yourself. You're just so excited after he has finished what he's finished with you, and you want to say it out. Why can't you say it back to him? Tell him, honey, oh my God, you are a machine. You just praise him. Praise him. Tell him the what he has done. Tell him how nice he did it. And the man will do more next time. He will love you more, and he will pour you with gifts, and he will pour you with love. Because when you tell a man that a man is so great in that department, it makes their head big. Because then they feel like, yes, I'm a real man, I'm doing my job properly. So instead of going outside and telling all your friends about how your husband is a machine in that aspect, tell that thing to the man that needs to know. Okay? So it's from careless talks. And also when it comes to men as well, most men rather, tell their secrets to their friends. They tell their business plan to their friends. They tell their friends about the contracts they've done. They tell their friends about the millions that they've been paid. And then when armed robbers comes to your house and you wonder how, and they came in and they tell you, we know the money is at home, bring the money now or we kill you. And you'll be wondering, how did they know? It's because of your mouth, your careless talks. You have spilled things that you're not supposed to spill carelessly. You have got to be careful of the information that you let out to friends and even family members. Because the devil uses the most minute information to get at anybody. The smallest information. When the smallest information gets into the hands of the wrong person, they can destroy your life. They can destroy your families with it. Now, there's another Bible passage that I want us to see. And it's taken from Proverbs 18 verse 7. Proverbs 18 verse 7 says, the mouth of a fool is his ruin. They trap themselves with their lips. The mouth of a fool is his own ruin. They trap themselves with their lips. The downfall of most people, it's their mouth. Not the powers of my father's house, not the powers of principalities and powers, but it is your mouth. Your mouth. You are so careless that you say everything. You trust everybody so much and you just say everything to everybody that cares to listen. And because of your mouth, you bring problem upon your life. You bring problems upon the life of your family. You bring problems upon the life of your husband and your children. There are some parents that, maybe their children are abroad, their children are in Nigeria, their children are doing well, and they just go out and just expose their children to everybody. They go, hey, maybe they're driving a new car and the friend sees them, oh, your car is beautiful. A comment, your car is beautiful. Normally, what would what would be your normal response? Your normal response would be, oh, thank you very much. But oh no. Some parents will go, oh, thank you. It's my daughter abroad that bought it for me. Or, oh, it's my son that bought it for me. That my son. My son, oh, I'm so proud of that boy. That boy is God. That boy is God sent to my life. In fact, he just bought me this car. He bought me a gold jewelry the other day. He bought me iPhone 8 of how many 100,000. They will just start talking and talking, thinking that they are just, singing the praises of their children. Meanwhile, the person you are talking to, maybe their own children are not doing well. And they go back and they say, okay. So you are showing off. And maybe you're genuinely not showing off. You're genuinely just singing the praises of your children. But that person didn't take it the way you said it. That person has taken it in a way that, oh, you want to rub it on my face. That, oh, your children are better than mine. My children are not doing well. Your children are doing well. So you want to rub it on my face? Okay, I will show you, Pepe. And before you know it, they just go out and they start. And tomorrow when your son from nowhere stops sending you money, or from nowhere the good job that the son has or the daughter has, just before you know it, they sack them. Before you know, things will start crumbling down for your children. And then you're running from church to church. God, I need help. Hey, pastor, pastor, pastor. Meanwhile, your mouth is what caused it in the first place. Your mouth. Foolishly, you have exposed your children. You are, as parents, you are supposed to shield your children. You know what, parents? The problem that parents brings upon their children without even knowing, it's massive. Especially women. Men don't talk. Men will just say, oh, my son, this is a good boy. I'm proud of him. That's it. But women, oh, even the one that the child did not do, they will say it. And they expose their children to a lot of things outside. And things start going wrong for their children, and they're running at a scatter, crying and calling upon the name of God. Meanwhile, they foolishly gave their children out to the enemy to devour. You know, when men gather, when men are together, they talk. When they talk, men don't talk about, you know, their wives with their friends. Like, a man will not sit with his friend and say, my wife today in bed, my wife was hot. Never. A man will never have that conversation with another man. What they will talk about, men will talk about sports, men will talk about politics, men will talk about business, and the very silly ones, they will talk about their girlfriends, their side chicks, the ones that they don't love. That's the one they talk about. Hey, that one is this, that one is that. They don't love those ones. But the one that the man really loves, the wife in the house, or the one that they are fiancé, that one that they know that this is the one I want to marry, they shield them, they protect them. They don't talk about their those things that are important to them, to friends. But when women gather, God have mercy. When women sit together, you see that they are gossiping about one friend, they are gossiping about somebody's family, they are gossiping. It's just gossip or gossip. And when they are tired of gossiping, they start talking about themselves. They talk about their husband, they talk about their children, they talk about everything, and before you know it, they will spill and spill and spill. Be careful. Be careful, ladies. And it's not just ladies, men generally. Be careful of the information that you let out to people. It is very, very important. Be very, very careful. Because you don't know who will just take that information and destroy your life. You don't know. And you know what? I'm not just here ranting and just talking. I am speaking from experience. I've been in situations not once, not twice, where the things that I've said, those things that I thought are, you know, secret to me, that I gave out to friends, you know, sometimes you are in a vulnerable position and in a vulnerable place, and you just want somebody, you know, you just want to pour your heart to someone, you know, just to get that burden off your chest. And you usually, you know, pour your heart to people that you trust. And you pour your heart to those people and they use it. The minute you say it to A, it's no longer a secret. Once you tell that secret to somebody, it becomes open to everybody. It's no longer a secret. So be careful, people. Be really, really careful of who you disclose things about your life to. Because that person can now act as a spy. And when you're telling them those information, some people will tell you information and you just take it and that's it. But when you tell those spies information, they keep it. They have a record of it. They can remember what you told them in 1980. The one you told them in 1992, they remember. They have it all. And when they want to destroy you, and that's why you see some friends, when it's all nice and rosy, they're all friends, best friend, my friend, hey, my friend. But when they have a little misunderstanding, oh my God, they will expose you. They will strip you naked. They will naked you in presence of everybody else. And you'll be going out thinking, oh, your secret is safe. Your secret is all out there. Out there. Everybody knows you. So be careful. Be very careful of the information that you let out to people, especially those that are close to you. Now, listen, I'm not saying don't have friends, because no man can live as an island. We all need friends, we all need family, but wisdom is profitable to them that knows what it is. Be careful. Mind the things you say to friends. Mind the things you say to family members. Because that friend might just want everything that you have. That family member might just want everything that you have. And they will wipe you out of the way and they take over. So be careful, ladies. Be careful, gentlemen. Now, in conclusion, let's read another passage in the Bible, and it's taken from Proverbs 29 verse 11. And Proverbs 29 verse 11 says, a fool alters all his mind, but a wise man keeps it till afterwards. A fool alters all his mind, but a wise man keeps it till afterwards. So it brings us to the thing, when you have plans, when you are planning, plan in secret. Don't tell people your plans. Don't tell people your thoughts. Don't tell people, oh, tomorrow I'm traveling. I'm going to buy stock from the market. I've got 1 million, 2 million that I'm taking to the market to buy things. Somebody else will use that information against you. Keep quiet. Be wise. Let whatever that you have, what you're planning, when it is ready, let people see it. It's like when you plant, nobody sees the seed. Nobody knows when that seed was planted, and it's under the ground. Nobody sees it. But from, after time, that seed will now grow into a tree. And then people sees that tree, or grows into a beautiful flower, and people sees that flower and they're like, oh, this flower is beautiful. That is what you should be like. The season of planting is the season of planning. Keep it to yourself. Keep it between you and your husband, or you and your wife. And when that thing blossoms, let people see it for you. Then you don't even need to speak. They will just see the result. So please, ladies, gentlemen, be wise. A fool alters everything, but a wise one keeps it till afterwards. Be wise. When you are wise, you save your life. When you are wise, you save your home. When you are wise, you save your marriage. When you are wise, you save your children. Be wise. A word is enough for the wise. Those who have ears, let them hear. Okay, people, that's it from me today. Thank you so much for taking your time, spending your time with me today. Please don't forget, if you like what I talk about, you like my content, please give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe, because when you subscribe, you'll be the first to get a notification whenever I upload a new video. Thank you once more, guys, for tuning in, and I hope to see you next Saturday for another edition of Saturday Night Sit Down. I remain your host, Tammy Pinnock. Bye now. Bye. Let it go.